Hi, I'm DIYte. We had a bit of a disaster in the family. We've had a broken screen on this Moto G first generation mobile phone. And today I'm going to show you how to replace the glass screen. Now, in today's video, I'll be fixing this phone for the first time, just like you guys will be. One of the videos I watched, which looked pretty good when I first watched it, the more I watched it, the more I realised that actually it was a bit of a setup because they've taken the phone apart first to make it much easier to show you how to remove and replace the components. There's one particular component in my phone that I damaged when I removed it, so I'll be showing you that in the video. Also, if you stay tuned till the end of the video, I will reveal to you the other mistake I made and how you can avoid making the same mistakes yourself, which will save you time and money. So in today's toolkit, I've got the new display assembly, I've got a precision knife set, T5 Torx screwdriver, plastic opening tool, a pair of fine-tipped curved tweezers, a spudger, a heat gun, but you can also use a hairdryer, and I've also got a new protective case for the phone. We've also got a sheet of double-sided adhesive that we'll be cutting strips off to stick certain components back together with. Okay, first up I've got to remove the back of the phone. Now, you can either do this with the precision knife tool you've got here, gradually lever it up, but actually I prefer to use my nails. You want to start from the bottom rather than the top because plastic around the audio jack can easily snap. I'm also going to use the plastic opening tool now that I've got it open. I'm just going to pass this around the phone. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to use the T5 screwdriver to remove the screws on the back of the phone. Okay, this is where it gets a bit scary. I've got to remove the mid plate. Clearly see where to remove it, so I'm just using the plastic opening tool to lever the mid plate away. I haven't done this before, I'm going to be a bit fingers and thumbs. Okay, here it comes. First thing that happens is the power and the volume knobs fall off. Put those carefully to one side. I've got to take the connector for the battery off the motherboard, which I'm just gently levering away like that. Using my spudger, I'm just going to gently pry the battery away from the phone. There we go. I'm going to remove this blue covering which reveals the display assembly connections. Okay, well this looks fairly straightforward. There's a locking socket here, I've just got to lever it up. There we go. Okay, the ribbon cable is glued to the motherboard, so I've got to somehow release that, and this is where the blowgun comes in. So warm it up a bit so that I can lever it off. Right, and now you're going to use the spudger tool to gently pry the motherboard up from the display assembly. coming away as easily as I thought it would. So, yeah, I think patience is the key on this. There we go. Just a little bit left to come. There we go. Okay, that's the motherboard removed. That's off with the metal protective plate for the LCD. Okay, this is the broken display assembly, so I'm going to put that to one side and bring in the new one. Okay, before I discard the old display, I'm going to have to remove the earpiece speaker because the new display doesn't have one. Now, when I followed the instruction video I found on the internet for this, they clearly already disassembled the phone to make it easier to show you how to remove all the bits. They don't tell you this. I had an absolute shocker removing the earpiece speaker. As you'll see in a minute, I tried to lever it up from inside, it just doesn't work. I've had so many other people on forums saying they had a similar problem. Ended up destroying the earpiece speaker and I had to buy another one. Luckily they're only £5 from eBay. But what you need to do, remove the earpiece speaker. Don't try and do it from inside as I'm about to show you, but instead get your spudger tool and push the earpiece speaker back from the front of the phone very gently after applying the heat gun to loosen the adhesive that attaches it to the screen. Otherwise you'll tear it apart like I did. I can pretty much guarantee it. If you don't do this, this is what happens. So a little bit of heat from the heat gun. And then I'm going to try and peel it away from the display. After the disaster I've had with this earpiece speaker, which I'm not going to even bother trying to mend, I bought a new one on eBay. Full details will be in the description at the end of this video. It costs under £10, and I'm now going to put self-adhesive onto this so that we can reassemble the earpiece speaker. These tweezers are fast becoming the most useful thing I've bought for this repair job. I don't know what I'd do without them actually. Right, I'm now going to stick the earpiece speaker grill back onto the actual speaker itself. Stick it on as squarely as I possibly can. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now that I've done that, I can peel off self-adhesive I put on the grill itself and stick it into the housing. There we go, and she goes. Right, I don't know what this chap is here, but he's got to come out and he's got to go into the new phone's screen, so that's come out reasonably easily. A lot easier than the headpiece speaker bit did anyway. Now I can simply insert that in the new display. Okay, time to put everything back together. LCD protective plate first. Yeah, that goes in pretty easily. Okay, time to fix the motherboard back in place, but before I do that I'm going to peel off the adhesive that I've painstakingly installed. Carefully reposition the motherboard in place. I've actually put some double-sided tape here and here because I haven't seen this on any videos, but I'm a bit worried that this here is meant to be sticky and it's meant to unite these two panels to it. I'm no tech whiz, so I don't know why, unless it's some sort of a heat sink. So I thought a bit of self-adhesive there will help to glue them back down. Alright, I'm now going to try and tease the display assembly connections into their locking sockets. And I think I've made the job a little bit harder by putting that self-adhesive down. There we go. So now I'm going to stick that down to my two little self-adhesive pads. I'm going to press down the locking piece. And now, time to put the blue protective cover back on. Okay, next up, the volume and the power knob. Okay, that's that one in. Okay, I'm now going to put the battery back in place. Now I've just got to align the ribbon cable, the connection back to the motherboard. That's snapped into place quite nicely. Time to put the main frame back on. The camera's lined up. Now all that remains is to screw back the 14 T5 Torx screws. Time to replace the back cover with something that provides a little bit more protection. So I bought one of these, flip shell. Hopefully we won't be having any more accidents in the DIYte family with this. Okay, let's see if it works. Volume button's okay, power button's working. Got ourselves a new phone! So I really hope you found this video useful today. Remember, the crucial thing in repairing your phone is to get the right tools to take it apart with, but also the right replacement parts. Now, what I haven't told you in this video is the first screen and frame I bought to replace my damaged screen. I bought it from an American company following the very polished video that I saw on their website of how to take apart the phone and how to replace the screen. The screen I got from them was damaged and ultimately faulty. The proximity sensor didn't work properly on it, so when I tried to make it cool, everything went black and I couldn't get the phone back without switching it off. So in the end, I got a refund from them, but I lost the shipping costs and I ended up buying a much better replacement screen and frame for my phone from eBay. So I guess what I'm saying is do your research to find the right components. Details of the screen and frame I bought will be in the description at the end of this video. If you're new to this channel, it'd be great to have you subscribe. You can do that by clicking on the link here. On my channel you'll have access to all my other DIY how-to videos. Also, if you've got any problems with a project you're working on or something you need help with, leave a comment after one of my videos, because I'm going to be honest with you, pretty much the most satisfying thing for me since setting up this channel is receiving questions from you guys and being able to help you with the projects you're working on.